Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing like a more of like a simple look today. I think that's what I'm going to go for, a simple look, and just doing like some chit chat, catching up, because obviously your girl changed her hair color. I went to blonde and I'm just super excited. So to go ahead and get started, we're going to be doing our brows first. We're going to be using the what is that, the Crayon Case brow pomade, and I'm going to show you guys how I actually do my brows. I've arched them. Lord, it took a while because I'm like, they was getting out of control. They was getting a little bit too bushy, so I did go ahead and arch them. But let's go ahead and get started. I feel like when your eyebrows are arched, they're so much easier to like fill in. Like, it don't take as much to do it, because before I stopped using the pencil because I felt like the pencil just wasn't, I don't know, throughout the day it just wasn't sharp enough. Y'all know I switch back and forth. But anyway, I changed my hair color, and I was like a little bit nervous. I've always wanted to do blonde, but I was like super nervous because there's a stigma attached to, you know, brown skinned women. Let me just say dark skinned women. Dark skinned women, you know, having different color hair, like it's sometimes perceived as like ghetto and unprofessional, and especially because I work in like corporate America. So I was like super, you know, just conscious of it. I just got to the point where I was like, I don't care. This is something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to go blonde, and fuck it, I'm going to go blonde. It's just what I'm going to do. I don't care about people's opinions. Like, I'm getting ready to be 30 and like, well, I got 2 more years. Well, I got a year left before I hit 30. But I'm like, I don't want to keep living in fear. That's just not something I wanted to do. So I decided to change my hair color for moi, okay? I knew for a fact I was going to have people who were going to be like, oh my gosh, why'd you do it? You know, like, I don't like it. But you know what? This ain't for y'all to like. This is for me. And I'm just at a point where, like I said, I'm getting ready to be 30. I'm about to be 29. Let me just stop skipping. But I'm a year off of being freaking 30. And I'm not living for y'all no more. My biggest fear is like dying and not being able to do what I wanted to do. I think it's super important for you to be deliberate in the things that you do for yourself. People die every day. You could be in a car accident tomorrow. God, I hope that does not happen. I'm not wishing that on anybody. I'm not wishing that on myself. Let me knock on some wood. So, knock on wood. But anything could happen, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to be one of those people who was too afraid to live their lives and not do the things that they've always wanted to do, or feeling like I always have to be reserved. I wanted to make sure that I was very conscious and I was very deliberate about starting every video with something positive that has been happening in my life. Like, that is just something I feel like will be helpful to me, because yes, negative things happen. But, you know, if you dwell on those negative things, that's how they grow. So I wanted to make sure that I am, in whatever way possible, pushing to be positive in every single video. Now, I could cuss a couple of y'all out because I've seen the comments that y'all made on my last video. But you know what? I'm going to be positive this video. So we're going to go ahead and skip over that. The thing like that I'm super duper excited about is starting a group, like a female group, a women's group, you know, just like women's empowerment group. And we are set to have dinner next week, so I'm super excited about that. I'll be telling you guys a little bit more about how that actually came about. But just meeting people in general this week has been like really helpful to me with staying positive. Positivity is key. So I keep on mentioning that I'm getting older. So I'm pretty sure you guys are well aware of that by now. But, you know, in my oldness, I know that's not a word. Maybe it is a word. I'm not really sure. But in my oldness, I've just realized like I don't have a good, strong group of supportive women in my life. Like, I have 1 or 2 best friends, and that's cool. We hang out and we do things. But I don't have like a really, really strong group of just women that I go and hang out with, and we, you know, have positive conversations, and, you know, we talk business and we talk personal life. Like, I realized that I did not have that, and it's something that I pretty much like yearned for, or I needed that now more so than ever. I noticed that I spent like a lot of my free time in the house, and there's nothing wrong with spending your free time in the house. I think being alone it can totally be a positive experience, but I just noticed that I'm like way too comfortable with being by myself. Like, I don't care. I can spend all day in the house and just not care, like not do anything. If it wasn't for my kids, I probably wouldn't even step outside of the house, especially on the weekends. Like after I've worked like a long work week, like I'm tired. So if it wasn't for them, I would not be stepping outside of the house. Every once in a while, like one of my friends can get me out. We were supposed to go get our nails done yesterday. Jesus, that's a whole nother story. But we were supposed to go get our nails done, and I don't know. I would prefer to be at home. Like I feel like I can accomplish like so much just being at home. And on the weekends, I'm tired and I just want to relax. But I knew that getting older, I needed to come out of that. Like that was just something I wanted to do. Like I wanted to work on being social and just really getting out of this mode of always being at home. Don't mistake what I'm saying. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it being alone and being by yourself. It is super important that you learn yourself. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, oh my gosh, you should always have people around you. No, I love being by myself. Like I absolutely love being by myself. This is the, this is the Morphe palette. This is the M35 Boss palette I think I'm using right now, because they have like some really good browns in here, even though I really don't care for Morphe too much. They do have I hate that. Like I hate the fact that I don't really care for them, but they have like some really good products. It's just, y'all know, the whole little Jeffree Star debacle shit. I don't know. Their products are pretty good. It's just the people they choose to represent them aren't that good. Anyway, I totally jumped off topic, but I'm not saying like, hey, being a loner is anything wrong with that, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be by yourself, or you know, taking time to be by yourself. Nothing's wrong with that. I just feel like I'm way too comfortable in that space. When I say like I'm way too comfortable being in the space of being alone, like I'm so serious. Like I only interact with people when absolute necessary. Like if I didn't have to go outside, like I told y'all, if I didn't have to go outside, I would not take my ass outside. Like I only interact with people when it's absolutely necessary. And I know people feel like I'm an extrovert. You can be an extrovert and an introvert at the same exact time. Like I'm super introverted until I get to know you, and then I become like boom, this little wild child once I'm comfortable. But I don't want to be comfortable with everybody's shit. Sometimes I just like being by myself. But I knew that I needed to change that, and I had been thinking about like just, you know, asking some women in my area if they wanted to go out to dinner and get some drinks, because you know, I need a good girl group. And I think a lot of times there is a stigma with women, like, oh my goodness, they're so catty and they gossip all the time and they're just mean and stuff like that. I know for me that was something that I grew up thinking, and I needed to get out of that, because I'm like, I'm not catty, I'm not drama filled. So there has to be some type of women out there who are not the exact same way. Y'all, like I'm legit just doing like a simple eye today. Like I'm not doing too much at all, because I'm tired. But I did buy like a flash for my camera, so I do want to try to, you know, get off into that and see what that's about. And then I also want to give you guys content. So yeah, one of my goals this year was to be intentional with meeting people, so I wanted to just make sure I put myself out there. Anyway, I made a post and I just, you know, was like, hey, if you're in my area, like I'm in Arlington, so if you're in Arlington, just let me know, and then we can do like drinks and, you know, dinner or something like that. Like I just wanted to have like a nice little girl group. Like I said in the beginning, that was the whole goal. So I just put it out there, and a couple people commented, and I was like, okay, this, I may be on to something. This may work. I'm gonna try to add this little lighter shade of brown. Like I love JT's makeup. Her eyeshadow is always popping. I don't know who her makeup artist is, but I just love how they don't do like too much on her eyes. I know she's going through a lot right now, like with the whole trending thing, so don't at me, I don't care, that ain't none of my business. But I love how her eyeshadow is always very, very soft. It's like a soft brown. I like the way it kind of comes together. So I'm just using all of the browns in this palette to see if I can recreate something a little bit simple. I'm going to do a thick lash from my lash line, RJ Beauty, and it's going to be the what lash is that I want to be using today? I'm going to be using the Seduction Lash with this look, just to make it pop a little bit more. So again, I kind of wanted to do something simple on the eyes, and then the rest of the face we're just going to make that pop a smidget more. But anyway, back to what I was saying, because y'all know I get freaking distracted so easily. But like to me, it's always amazed me how people feel like, or they'll tell me hey, you know, you're a friend in my head. And I'm like, what, me? Me? You know, I'm super outspoken. I think maybe that's why people connect with me. I don't know. Yeah, I be in my own little world, and I would have never thought that people would think that I'm a friend in their head, but you know, whatevs. But yeah, I wanted to be intentional about meeting people, so I made this group, and I messaged them, and I was like, hey, you know, I want to go out for drinks. Did I already tell y'all that part? Yeah, no, I'm like bad at this. Anyway, I was on live, and a couple girls, you know, we did a live together. Well, not really together, but they joined my live. I think that's the way you say it, the new people say it. But anyway, they joined the live, and I was like, yeah, okay, I think this is a sign that my ass needs to really create this group and just see how it goes. So I messaged them, and at first I was a little bit disappointed, and I'm gonna tell you why I was a little bit disappointed. I was a little disappointed because I felt like, oh, it was only 4 people that actually commented that they wanted to hang out, and that's okay. And then as I got to thinking about it, I was like, bitch, you don't even like people. You are super antisocial. So the more people that you try to entertain, the worse it's going to be. Like, entertaining people drains me. I don't know if it drains anybody else, but like, entertaining people drains me. So I was happy that we narrowed it down to only the 4 people, and we began to talk, and it's just been going really good. Like, you're having adult conversations, you're having good conversations of substance. It's A1. When I first messaged them, I'm pretty sure it came off awkward, and that's because like I'm a little awkward and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to expect in the beginning, but I can honestly say like I am super excited. After we got to talking, like, we talk about everything. We talk about, like I said, stuff of substance. We talk about personal life. We talk about business views. And the group has only been together for maybe like, I don't know, like maybe a week or so. But I'm super damn excited about it because I've already gotten so much out of it so far. So yeah, I would say if you're thinking about it, I don't know which palette I'm looking for, but if you're thinking about joining a group, or you're thinking about getting some groups together, you be the person to do that. Like, just put yourself out there and do it. I mean, you may, you know, come across some people that are a little negative, but I mean, in my opinion, the girls that I've come across are pretty positive, and that is what I needed. It's really funny how God has a way of bringing people together. Like, some people that you don't even think that you need in your life. It's crazy how he has a way of bringing those people together. This is the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm just gonna go in and just kind of brighten this up just a little bit. Like, I like the brown, but I feel like it may need to be just like a smidget brighter. So I'm just going in and I'm using that Warrior palette. This is the Warrior palette that I'm using, and I'm just blending that white or like cream color, whatever color you want to call it, in there, and just, you know, blending that out. But like I said, it's so weird that God will put you in the presence of people that you didn't even know that you needed to be around. Like, 3 of us in the group moved to Texas, and none of us have like really family or friends here. So it's just amazing, like how coincidental is that all of us are here, and you know, now we have like our own little friendship and family, and it's been a good experience so far. We have a date to all hang out next weekend and just get some drinks and stuff. Some of us are in relationships and some of us aren't, but I think that it's gonna be a good thing, and I'm super excited to just do it. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know how it went and how it's been going. But so far, I can honestly say, like, it has been a game changer. Okay, this is something that I never knew I needed, and to have it is just really good. Okay, so these are the RJ Beauty lashes. They come in this little cute little box right here, and I'm going to be using the Style Seduction. This is the Style Seduction. Actually happy about these. I want to say thank you guys to everybody who has purchased lashes. Like, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that you are super happy with the product that I'm putting out. I have lip glosses coming pretty soon, so super excited for you guys to try that. I actually ordered the samples, finally got around to ordering the samples, y'all. It took me a while to find the colors that I wanted. Lipsticks, lip glosses, and liners shall be coming pretty soon. Once I start testing those out, I can let you guys know about that as well. But I do want to just really say thank you so much for supporting my business, because you guys don't have to. So I am super appreciative of that. Not only are you guys supporting a small business, but you are also supporting a Black owned business. So thank you. Okay, so y'all know I've been using my little one size liner forever, but I'm gonna go in and just line my lash line. I'm gonna just do a very simple liner. I don't want to go too thick. I never do, but y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes. But yeah, anyway, something else that has been super exciting this week is I bought a new camera lens. Hopefully you guys can tell the quality has changed. I'm super excited. I was like, oh my goodness, I needed something different in my life. So I went ahead and bought it. Now the camera lens did set me back like a pretty penny. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It was pretty expensive. But do I feel like it was worth it? Hell yeah, I feel like it was definitely worth it. Okay, so this is something I have been doing lately, and it's been really working for me. I have oily skin, y'all know that. But anyway, I have been going in with the glass spray on my face before, I'm sorry, is it before or after? It's after I do my primer. So let's do the primer first. We're gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. Y'all know that's what I've been rocking with for a long time now. So I really just focus it under my eyes and stuff like that. But yeah, and on my nose is always texturized. Is that a word? It has texture. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It has texture, so I always try to focus it there. Really just in my T-zone. But after I do that, then I spray my face with the glass spray from Maybelline. I think you guys can use whatever. But I spray it with that before I go in with my foundation. And when I tell y'all, it has been working wonders. Like, I'm in love with the way that it looks in the end. So I'm gonna hit it one time with this spray. Show y'all. Ooh. And I don't know what it is about that, but it just helps like to grip the foundation a little bit better for me. Y'all know I'm learning every single day, so this could change next week. But I've been using it for maybe like a week now, and I like the way it feels. I like the way it sits. It's just so much better. Also, I switched from using the Maybelline 24-hour wear because I wanted to use hydrating products on my face to see if maybe that will help me stay a little bit dry, you know, because I feel like when you use a matte product and then you do the powder on top of it, like it just sometimes it comes off a little cakey, so I didn't want that. But I've been using the Maybelline Fit Me. This one is also good. I'm pretty sure I'll use the 24-hour wear again. Just for right now, I've been kind of going back and forth, just, you know. And I've also been using the L'Oreal foundation as well, and that one's pretty good too. The True Match, and I use the shade W10. I don't know why I thought it was W9. So W just stands for warm, and I feel like I'm a little bit more warm in their products. And I also didn't see the neutral. I actually got it on sale at Walmart, so there's that. That's probably why I picked it up. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing so far, and I really like the outcome of my makeup in pictures and on video now. Okay, and I switched from using a sponge to using a brush for my foundation. Just a personal preference. Y'all know I go back and forth, but I feel like the brush kind of helps me not use as much product, you know, like I don't have to use a whole bunch, and it still looks like skin at the end. But anyway, back to this lens. Like, my personal goal is to always like get better. The quality needs to get better just for me, you know what I'm saying, and for you too. Like, I want you guys to be able to watch some stuff that you can actually see and it's not grainy and it don't look crazy. But I can tell y'all, ever since I purchased the lens, my engagement on Instagram has gone up. Like, it's crazy, because I normally post like a reel of like a short video of like the makeup, you know, like just a little clip it, and the engagement on that has gone up and the compliments have come in. So it is definitely something that I would suggest investing in if you haven't done so already. The lens that I purchased is super expensive, y'all. Like, I'm for real embarrassed to tell y'all how much I paid for this lens. Like, it's pretty pricey. I saved up for it though, and then I got it. And then once I have this one, like, now I've seen like the quality. Now I'm like, oh, I need another one that's like, the other one that I want is like twice the price of this one, but the quality is so much better on that one too. Like, the quality on this one is really good, but I definitely want to upgrade eventually. Probably won't happen now, but we'll see. What made me purchase the lens is seeing like other YouTubers that are pretty big on the platform just saying like, hey, you have to invest in your equipment, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to. And for me being a single mom, I think like sometimes I always have buyer's remorse or buyer's guilt whenever I buy something for myself, because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just like a mom thing, but I'm like, I don't want to. And my kids are taken care of, like they have everything they need, but I always feel guilty. And even like big purchases, like it could be small purchases and I'll feel bad, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought that or something like that. Like it could be anything, and I'm just like, even like if I go and buy me like a nice dress or some nice jeans that are like $30, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I have like so much remorse towards it. Like I don't know. It's just a thing, and I didn't have it before I had kids, but now that I have kids, it's like a big thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes. They've been sitting over there for a little bit, so I'm pretty sure they are good and dry. I'm just going to apply them. I don't like putting the lash glue right on my lash line. I don't know. To me, I'm a klutz, so I'm like afraid that I'm gonna get the shit in my eye. No, I'm just not gonna do it. So I apply them to the lashes, and then while I'm doing my foundation, I let them kind of sit and dry, and then I put them on. I prefer to use the Duo lash glue, the white one that has like the little felt tip. Let me see if I can show y'all. Mine's is kind of janky and ghetto, so do not judge me. But it's this one. I don't know if you guys can see. Hopefully, yeah. But it's that one. And that is the one that I prefer to use. I haven't had any problems. Like I used to use the other one. The Duo, like the one that's in like the squeeze thing. And it was always messy. My eyes are always watering. But with this one, I'm perfectly fine. I also tried the Ardell kind, like the one that I have, this one. And the Ardell one like burns the shit out of my eyelids. I don't know if like I'm allergic, but I heard somebody else say it burns too, so I don't know. Okay, so going back to using hydrating products, I got this on sale for $1 at Walmart. All these e.l.f. concealers I got on sale for $1 at Walmart. So I was pretty excited because I like e.l.f. products anyway. These are the ones that I use, but I'm using the shade Deep Cinnamon, and this is the hydrating one. I have the 16-hour wear too because they were on sale for $1. I might go up there today, but they were on sale for $1 too. But I was like, again, let me try hydrating products and see how well I like them. So I've been using the hydrating concealer and foundation, and I'm telling y'all, like, I've seen a huge difference in my face and my pictures and the way they come out. Like, it just doesn't look super dry. Like, it just, I don't know, it just looks different. So I prefer that. Anyway, back to this camera thing, y'all. Like, I really wish that in the beginning somebody told me that it really doesn't matter the type of camera you have. What really matters is the, I'm trying to find my other one. Oh, here's the e.l.f. The darker one. I'm going to use the contour. This is in the shade Rich Ebony. But yeah, the camera style doesn't really matter. It really is all about your lens. And I wish somebody would have told me that in the very freaking beginning, because it could have saved me a lot of money. Like, your lens, you can go ahead and switch out. The better lens you have, the better quality pictures and video it's going to produce. It really does not matter about your camera. So yeah, you have the cameras, like if you need like a little small mirror to see you, then of course you'll buy one with like the little flip out screen so you can see it, or if you want to hook up to Wi-Fi, like certain details. But for the most part, you don't need to go out here and get an expensive camera. I wish somebody would have fucking told me that shit in the beginning. So initially I started out with the Canon T3, not the T3, y'all, the T3. I got it from like a pawn shop. I started out with that, and then I bought like the little $50 lens off of Amazon. I think it's the Yong, I don't know how to pronounce it, something, Yong something, I don't know, but it's real popular on Amazon, and it was like maybe like 50 bucks to buy it. And I was like, the quality it's just not giving what it was supposed to give, right? So I wound up buying a better body camera, and I should have known then, because the Canon 80D, which is what I have now, it also came with the same damn camera as the Canon T3. So I should have, not the same damn camera, but the same lens. I should have known then, like, bitch, maybe you need to buy a better lens, not a better camera. But whatever, I bought it, and I actually, can I speak today? I actually like the Canon 80D. I really, really do. I can't really have any complaints. Like, I can download right to my iPad. I can have my iPad as my mirror so I can see it. Like, it's a really good camera, but I was still getting like the same quality as the Canon T3. So I happened to just be scrolling, because y'all know I go on YouTube constantly to figure out like my lighting setup and to figure out how to actually get better video quality. Like I was on there every single day, and I finally stumbled across this guy who was like, it does not matter about your camera body style, it's all about the lens. And when he said the lens he has, it's a little pricey. It's a little pricey, and I was like, okay, well, let me go, you know, start in like the middle budget friendly. Well, this one really ain't budget friendly, but it's a lower price than the other one that I want. So I was like, let me start there and see what actually happens. So I bought this lens on, I want to say Wednesday. Yeah, I bought it Wednesday and picked it up Thursday from Best Buy. And like I said, the engagement on my Instagram has been crazy. Like people actually like my videos now. I don't look too orange, and I don't look like the lighting is off. Like everything is just so much better. So if you're looking to kind of upgrade your material, definitely look into like a better camera lens. And I can't really like talk too much about the 50mm lens. That's the one I started out with, because I've seen some people make like really good content with it, but normally the people who have made like really good content with it, they've been like by a window. Unfortunately, I have a window like over here to my left, but you guys have to understand, like in the mornings, because I get ready in the mornings, it's pitch black, so the window doesn't really work unless I'm here on the weekends. Like now I have natural light coming in here, and I also have like artificial light set up as well, I have to use artificial light, and my room is kind of dark because I record in my room, y'all. So my room is kind of dark, so that setup didn't work for me unless I just wanted to record once on the weekend, which I mean could work, but I noticed that people like my content during the week too, and they're like, hey, is it recorded? So I had to find a better lens. With this lens, this is the 50mm lens from Canon, because I have a Canon camera. You can use whatever lens though. Like the next lens that I want is a Sigma. Look, that lens is so freaking gorgeous. And the bokeh, I think it's called the bokeh or the bokeh or whatever it's called, it's so freaking pretty on that damn lens. Oh my gosh, I want that lens so bad. That is my next big purchase. It's definitely the Sigma. The Sigma lens is going to be everything for me. I cannot wait to get that one. My boyfriend is like, I'll go ahead and buy it for you. I'm like, no, I want to be able to do it on my own. So I can't wait to get that one. That one is going to be super duper pretty. So, but for this one, I'm like, the fact that I can actually see my real skin color, because I'm brown and it's so hard to show up on camera, it's just, you know, it just makes things a lot easier. So yeah, but do not go out here and try to, you know, buy the most expensive camera, y'all. That was a mistake I had. This camera wasn't like uber expensive like the one I originally wanted. Like I wanted the Mark III, which is gonna be my next purchase as well, but it's not like that. Like the Mark III is what they use for like commercials and stuff like that. This camera isn't that expensive, but it's pretty expensive. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe like $1,200 or whatever, and I got it on sale. So I love a good sale, y'all. I'm always telling people, like, you don't have to go to the most expensive product to get good quality. And as far as like makeup goes, you don't, but I think like as far as like your equipment, it just depends on the look that you guys want. Like I want like a more cinematic feel. I want it to look very good. That's just me though, like, but you don't have to. Like if you're okay with what you got, then just, you don't have to. But I found that the more that you cough up money with this stuff, the better sometimes the quality looks. So tech wise, I think so. But I've also got like some really good content off of my camera. The only thing, like my phone, but the only thing about my phone is the exposure is always too damn high because of the amount of lights that I work with. So the amount of lights that I work with is good for the Canon, because the Canon can pick up, and you know, I can adjust the exposure on that and that'd be fine. But as far as like my phone, I can't really adjust the exposure when I'm videoing, so it just doesn't work, you know. Okay, so another trick that has really been helping my makeup is to set with the Maybelline Fit Me and then bake with my Black Radiance, and it makes it look better. I would say if you are looking, this is in the shade medium too, sorry. I would say if you are looking to purchase a camera or a lens for your camera, I would say research it before you purchase. Like before I made this purchase, I made sure to research it. I did like a whole bunch of reviews. I made sure that I understood exactly what it could do as far as pictures, And as far as videos, because some lenses are really good with pictures and they suck with video. So I wanted to make sure like, hey, I'll be able to use this for me to record and get good quality, because a lot of people who use these lenses are photographers. They don't really use them for video. So I just wanted to make sure that that was going to be something that I could do with this. I also prayed about it before I made the purchase, because I was like, oh, that's a good little amount to pay for something and you don't want to just not use it. I was also very conscious about that too. Like, hey, if I make this purchase, then this is something that I'm going to be using for a while. Like, I'm gonna make the conscious effort to make sure that I record consistently with it, just so I get my money's worth out of it, because it makes no sense for you to buy all of this equipment and then you're not going to use it. So I would just make sure that you are ready to use the equipment. You know that, hey, I'm going to get my money's worth out of it before you purchase. I'm just setting all of the places that are highlighted. I no longer, well, it depends. I don't know. It's like I don't really set that piece, but I mean, it really depends on like how I'm feeling that day, y'all. It switches up. I think I might set it today. I'll go ahead and set it under. I don't set the contour anymore. I just use the powder to do that. Like my dark powder that I go in with, I just use that to take care of the contour. So I'll set down here, set that all in place. Okay, so now to bake, I'm going to be using the Black Radiance. This is in the shade, what shade is this? Banana. And I'm going to be using this under my eyes to just brighten them up just like a little bit. And I go down the side of my nose too, just so it appears a little bit smaller. But like I was saying, take it from me, buy your lens first and see if that helps. Don't go rushing out here to upgrade on your camera, y'all, because yeah, I could have saved a little $1,700, because this lens could also work on my T3. I mean, I don't regret buying my camera, because I really like my camera. I really do. All of the functions, it just makes it a lot easier. With the T3, it was so difficult because it didn't have a flip out camera, so I didn't know if it was recording when it wasn't recording. And because I couldn't get it to hook up to my phone, it was just very, very difficult. Like, I literally had a huge monitor over here to try to see myself. And because the monitor doesn't portray like your accurate color, I never knew if like I had too much saturation or if I didn't have enough saturation. Like, I just didn't freaking know. So I would suggest getting a camera with a like the little station so you can see, but it doesn't have to be the one that I have. Like, they have cheaper ones too. Like, I've seen like the T7 and stuff like that, which initially I wanted, but my boyfriend was like, look, if you're gonna get one, then get one that's like up there so you don't have to upgrade for a while. But I do want that Mark III. That's on the list, honey. Like the Mark III and the MacBook are definitely on my list of things that I do want next. The MacBook is for sure next, because I edit currently on my tablet, or my iPad, tablet, tomato. So I edit on my iPad, but they were saying like with the Mac, they have this software called Final Cut Pro, and that is the truth, honey. Like, it's the best out on the market right now, and you're able to do so much with it. So I was like, that's for sure going to be my next purchase. The MacBook is going to be my next purchase, and they've had them on sale at Best Buy. I just missed it, but that is definitely what I'm going for next. Okay, so remember when I told you I was going to set my contour with the powder? I'm going to be using this. This is the contour palette, and I'm just going to use the two darker shades, just kind of rubbing them back and forth to contour and set the contour on my face. And I'm just blending that out. If you guys have made it here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, and make sure you guys like the video. If you got something from it, just like it. You know, it's helpful. It's totally helpful, so just do it. To get like the most natural or like seamless blend, I always use like a little bit of mascara to kind of blend my lashes with the falsies, and I just kind of push them up. I mainly do it on like the ends because I've noticed that's where like I have most of lash. Like I don't have a lot of lashes, but most of them are right here on the ends. And in photos, those are the first ones that you kind of see when you're flashing and you're taking your pictures. So I try to make sure that I blend them out because your girl will not be caught slipping. But yeah, I did not do too much on the bottoms. I just did like one coat of mascara on the bottoms because again, I just want this kind of be like something kind of like fresh face, simple type of thing. I don't know what I'm going for, but I do like the shadow. Like the shadow was super easy and I think it came out pretty good. So to line my lips, this is something that I just recently started doing too. I've been using a pencil, just a regular brown pencil. I got that from my beauty supply store, and then I've also been using this. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, and I have been using this to actually line my lips as well. This brown is on point. This is in the shade Protector, and this protector is protecting the hell out of my lips. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the brown. The brown is just so I kind of know where to go once I do the matte lipstick. It kind of just gives me like a little bit of an outline, but the brown doesn't really, my problem is that the brown is never really pigmented. I haven't found a brown that's super pigmented, so that's why I'm kind of hoping that when my lash, not my lash line, but when my lip liners come, that we have a brown for brown skin women that is super pigmented, because a lot of people don't have that. Like they don't show up on us as vivid as they would show up on somebody of a lighter skin tone. So I'm just going to apply it. And you guys know I overline just like a little bit. So once I have that, then I'll go in with the Maybelline liquid lipstick, and this one is so pigmented. I love it. So I'll just I'm just simply like filling in that line that we drew. I did go back to using the Morphe lipstick. This is in the shade Flirt, and I do like this. It came broken, y'all. Like it's so fucking ghetto. Like I think they really, because it was on sale. I think I got it for maybe like $3 or whatever, but it's so ghetto how it came. It's so broken, but I do like it. Once again, they have some really good products. I just hate that they support Jeffree Star. And I know they publicly came out and said that they don't anymore, but I don't know how I feel about that. Like y'all shouldn't have been supporting him when the first scandal came out, but whatevs. But I just blend that out, and do you guys see, like it's just a better, I don't know, like a better lip. Like you can see the brown basically. Like you can see the brown on my skin tone. And I really do like it. Maybelline has some really good products, y'all. Like I cannot knock Maybelline at all. I'm just blending this upwards just to make sure it blends out. I'm gonna add like a little bit of blush to my cheeks a little bit, just to warm them up a little bit. I actually like the way this came out, y'all. Like I feel like it's cute. It's cute. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wipe all of this off, like all of that excess powder. I'm gonna look up just to get some of that off. I feel like when you don't look up, like some of it's still stuck. I have creases under my eyes. There's nothing you can do about creases. I don't care who said that you can do something. It's nothing you can do about creases. If you got saggy eyes, you just got saggy eyes, okay? It's kind of like having saggy boobs, unless you want to go to the surgeon and get them removed, okay? But I like to look up just to get it out of that crease under there, like that little fat roll, and get it out of there, and then just to blend out the rest of the excess. So if you set before you bake, I'm telling y'all, you ain't gonna have to worry about no flashback and none of the powder just kind of, you know, just sitting there. That's not good. So Just make sure, I always tell people that now, like that's something I did not know before, but now that I know it, is something that I just refuse to forget. Do not forget to set before you bake, okay? Make sure that you do it. And then I'm going to just blend out that nose. And we are literally done. I'm gonna come back and once I get ready to mist my face, I'll come back and mist it, and then I'll show you guys the finished result. I thought about highlighting my nose, but then I was like, no, because today we're kind of going like simple, bougie simple. So I'm just not gonna highlight it. I'm just gonna leave it. But I'm gonna go in with this spray. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix, and I'm gonna top it off with this. Ooh, shit. And then I'm just going to dab out any of those little wet spots. I hate wet spots. I know that. I hate it. I hate it. So I'm just gonna dab them all out. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I don't know how many times I can tell y'all that, but just make sure you subscribe because the content is going to get better. I'm going to try to be more consistent. I'm going to try to add more things to the videos and just go over different things. Let me know some topics you guys want me to talk about, what you guys want to see. Yeah, but this is it.